Hi kids, Uncle Derrick's back with another exciting story. Now this story is another Disney story, and it's called Encanto. Now remember, these stories are a little bit longer, so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can stop and watch as much as you want. Alright, here we go. Years ago, when Alma Madrigal was searching for a safe home for her family, she had prayed for a miracle. Her candle bloomed with magic. Mountains rose, stretching towards the sky. A new home emerged inside a lush valley, a safe place full of wonder and possibility, an Encanto. A magical house lovingly called Casita grew around Alma and her 3 babies, protecting them as if it were a member of the family. Over the years, the candle burned brightly and the magic grew in unexpected ways. The Madrigal family children were blessed with special gifts. When the time was right, each child received a glowing door and discovered their own unique bit of magic. Alma's children had very special gifts. Peppa could control the weather with her mood. Julieta healed people with her food she cooked. The family didn't talk about Bruno since he had disappeared, but they say he saw the future. Peppa and Julieta had their own children, making Alma an abuela and growing the family's magic. Dolores had incredible hearing. Camilo was able to turn into anyone with his shape-shifting abilities. Antonio could talk to animals, and Isabella created amazing flowers, and Luisa was super strong. It was important to Abuela that the Madrigal family earn their miracle, and that each family member proudly share their gifts with the community, making the Encanto a paradise. But one member of the family didn't receive a gift at all. Do you know who that was? That's right, Mirabel. On the night of her ceremony, she had reached out for her door only to see it fade away, leaving her with nothing but the doorknob in her hand. She worked extra hard to make her family proud, but sometimes not having a gift made her feel lonely and like she wasn't a true part of the family. One night, Mirabel was walking alone when, crack! She watched with wide eyes as Casita's tiles cracked, rippling across the courtyard. Casita seemed to groan as the cracks multiplied. Mirabel followed them all the way to Abuela's candle and gasped as the bright flame flickered and dimmed. Mirabel rushed to the family and shouted, "The house is in danger! The house is in danger!" When she tried to show them what had happened, the cracks had vanished and the candle was glowing brightly again. "There is nothing wrong with La Casita Madrigal," announced Abuela. She gave Mirabel a stern look. Mirabel thought her sister Luisa might know something about what was happening to the magic, so she went to talk to her. "What's going on? What are you hiding?" Mirabel asked. Finally, Luisa exploded with emotion. She admitted that she was under an enormous amount of pressure, taking on the weight of everyone's burdens. She said that she had felt weak when Mirabel had seen the cracks. Luisa said that Bruno had a vision about the cracks before he disappeared. "If something is wrong with the magic, start with Bruno's tower and find that vision." Mirabel headed to Bruno's creepy tower. It was dusty and dark inside, and she had to climb hundreds of stairs. When Mirabel finally made her way to the top, she soon found glowing green pieces of Bruno's vision in the sand. She picked up one of the shards and was surprised to see an image of... "Me?" said Mirabel. The place began to shake and crumble as streams of sand poured in. She collected the shards before being pushed out of the room by a giant tidal wave of sand. The vision showed Casita covered in cracks and Mirabel at the center. Was she the reason the magic was dying? Mirabel noticed that some of the rats were carrying off the pieces of vision. In a panic, she followed them into the dark passageway behind the walls. There she saw Tio Bruno. He had never left. Bruno didn't know what his vision had meant, but he guessed that the fate of the family would come down to Mirabel. Bruno resisted at first, but Mirabel convinced him to have another vision. "Embrace her and you will see the way," chanted Bruno. Mirabel was disappointed to find out that the young woman she had to embrace was her annoying, perfectly older sister, Isabella. Bruno told Mirabel she was missing the point. The fate of the family is not up to her. It's up to you. You are the best of us. You just have to see it. Mirabel went to Isabella and suggested they hug out their differences. Instead, they started fighting. When Isabella got angry, something strange happened. Instead of making a perfect flowers, Isabella created a prickly cactus. As Isabella continued sharing her true feelings, new and unique plants sprung up from her fingertips. Mirabel encouraged her to keep going, and the two had a blast enjoying the wonderful creations together. The sisters looked at each other with new eyes, full of gratitude, love, and respect. And Mirabel noticed Abuela candle shining brightly. Abuela was furious. Mirabel tried to tell her how the candle burned bright, but Abuela's anger only grew. "You have to stop, Mirabel. The crack started with you." A tremor shook the entire Encanto. "Bruno left because of you," continued Abuela. "Luisa's losing her powers. Isabella's out of control. All because of you. I don't know why you weren't given a gift, but it's no excuse for you to hurt this family." Cracks appeared across all of Casita's walls, and Mirabel barely responded. But as she noticed the cracks leading to Abuela, she found her voice. "I'll never be good enough for you, no matter how hard I try, no matter how hard any of us tries." Cracks rippled out between them, moving through the Encanto, breaking it apart. "I love this family," shouted Mirabel. "The miracle is dying because of you." A huge crack snaked up to the candle, causing it to teeter. "No, no, no, no! Candle!" shouted Isabella. Everyone rushed towards it, but they fumbled as their magic began to disappear. All their doors faded and their gifts were gone. The house desperately tried to usher everyone to safety. Mirabel bravely raced across the roof. She reached the candle as Bruno's tower began to fall towards her. Casita pushed Mirabel out of the way just in time. The flame went out and the Casita collapsed into a pile of rubble. Mirabel, stunned and heartbroken, ran away. Mirabel was hiding at the riverbank when Abuela came and found her. It was the same place that Abuela had prayed for a miracle. Abuela had always thought that if the family was strong enough and worked hard enough, she could protect them. But now she realized her broken heart made her live in fear. "We were given a miracle because of you, Abuela," said Mirabel. "Mi vida, you are the miracle," she told her granddaughter. Then Bruno arrived at the river, and to his surprise, Abuela hugged him. The three of them headed home together on Bruno's horse. The horse skidded to a stop in front of the ruined house, and Mirabel climbed down, pausing only for a moment to look at the damages. "We're going to be okay," she said. Then she turned to her family and told them that they were much more than their magical gifts. Abuela walked up beside Mirabel and apologized to everyone. Abuela told them she had been focusing on the wrong things because of her fear of losing them. Then she called Bruno over and tearfully watched her triplets reunite. Mirabel stood proudly beside Abuela, and she echoed Mirabel's words, telling the family that the real miracle of magic was not their gifts, it was their love for one another. As the sky cleared, a sudden sound filled the air. The Madrigal family turned around to see an incredible sight. The townspeople appeared over the mountain, ready to help. After years of being helped by the Madrigal family, they were happy to return the favor. They all worked together, side by side, picking up the rubble and rebuilding the home. Once they were finished, Mirabel and Abuela admired Casita, appreciating the beauty in all its imperfections. When it was time, Abuela gave Mirabel the last piece of the house to put into place, the doorknob that Mirabel had been given on her gift day all those years ago. As she looked at herself in the reflection of the doorknob, Mirabel smiled. Then she put it into the door. Whoosh! Casita came back to life! Butterflies swept through the Encanto, mending cracks and restoring its new splendor. The magic returned even stronger than before, and everyone got their special gifts back. Mirabel was proud to be a Madrigal, and she had the greatest gift of all. She saw the magic inside of everyone. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I hope you come back next time for another exciting story. Take care. Bye, guys.